Welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we're doing a collective Akashic Records reading on the month of March. The questions that we're going to ask are, what is the overall energy of the month? How can we best navigate it? Then we'll break it down. What is the energy of week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then finally, what's the most important message we need to know about March? Let's get into it. First question, what is the energy of March 2026? I'm seeing a sidewalk, and I'm like walking along a sidewalk, which is a form of a pathway. And it's like it's made out of cement, concrete, like it's sturdy. It's got a sturdy foundation. But there is something about like it's the sidewalk, it's not the road, right? But my feet are walking along the sidewalk. So there's something very specific about the fact that this is sturdy, but it's like the side thing, maybe not the main thing yet. But the sidewalk is still important. Walking along the sidewalk is, they're saying the word safety. They're saying like something about like out of harm's way. It's more leisure. It's more comfortable. Like there's something about us walking along the sidewalk versus walking along a road or even a dirt path as our symbolic pathway. So they're saying it's unfolding, and it could be that things that we're moving towards are becoming more clear, but we're not ready to be on the road with it yet. We're not ready to be. It's something about like non-functional, like it's not functional yet. But it's like we're watching from the sidelines. We are taking it a bit easy with our goals, but we're still moving towards them. So it's kind of like they're like we're maybe less gung-ho, like full force towards our goals, our dreams, the things we want to achieve, the things to be achieved is still like not right now. So they're saying like we've hit pause. But that doesn't mean that things are necessarily stopped. We're just in more of a like leisure, kind of like side active mode when it comes to the production, the performance, the face value. They're saying like putting yourself out there in like full force. It's very behind the scenes. And they're saying, which is like massively important. Like the behind the scenes work, like it is the work. It is the thing to be achieved. It's the front facing stuff is like last for now. They're saying like gadgets. There's something about like we're studying the performance of materials, gadgets, modern technology, how these things are playing a role in our lives to help us inform how we're moving forward. And, they're alluding to like, things like AI, right? That's a massively important like new paradigm. They're saying it's part of the new paradigm, and we're trying to figure out how does this fit into our lives, our world? How does it make it easier? How does it make it harder? How is it functional? How is it not functional in whatever goals we want to achieve? So I'm seeing this like cloud of AI, like a think bubble coming from everyone's head. Like everyone, like a little cartoon, little comic, like the think bubble. And in the think bubble is AI and modern technology, and like what is its role in our lives personally and professionally. And maybe something's undervalued. Undervalued tools. There's a hyperfixation and a higher fixation on modern technology and artificial intelligence. However, there are plenty of other tools and resources that are, it's like unmatched, undervalued. And they're like, part of it is like observing and paying attention to like the undervalued tools and resources that we have. The human authentic value, right? So we're grappling with a lot in terms of our goals and our dreams and the things we want to achieve. And there's almost like this wrench thrown into it where it's like, almost like we have to feel into this, we have to look at it, we have to consider it or reconsider it. How is it useful? How is it unusual? And like our commitment to our way of life and our way of being and how we want to implement that, how we want to engage with it or disengage with it. And they're letting us know that this is a choice. Like it might look like this massive wave of it is being forced upon us, but it's a choice. They're like pre-internet ideas, like pre-internet days we were extremely overwhelmed and afraid of it. And what does this mean? And how will it serve us? Or how will it hurt us? Or how will it haunt us in the future? And so they're like, all of these decades later, we see the benefits, we see the repercussions of it. And it really is only until we're like full force into it and then have the hindsight and the experience of it that we actually can decide how it benefited us and how it hurt us, right? How is it harmful? How is it helpful? And they're just like, it's like modern technology, it's like the Wild West of modern technology. Interesting that that's like the overall energy of March. We're still observing. And I think it's like they're saying like, don't underestimate how much this modern technology is impacting your dreams and your goals, right? That we have to consider or reconsider how it plays a role in our lives. I'm getting that AI is becoming really front and center. It's really hard to avoid. And it's even being used as like a manipulation tool through our screens. So it's like they're like marketing, ads, value. The fact that when we look at a screen, everything is throwing AI in our faces. There's marketing of AI, the markets of AI. And they're saying, like, don't never undervalue human interaction and engagement every day. They're saying it's very important. It's not going away as long as there are humans living on Earth, right? As long as humans are walking around the planet, like, we need to be having human interaction. Like, that is human authentic ways of being, is just existing, like we exist, versus like this modern technology realm that we have created, right? And that it seems like we have like dual new paradigms, and one of them is this human authentic way of living and being, and how it is compatible or incompatible with this other new realm, new paradigm that we've created in modern technology and things like artificial intelligence. There's innovation, there's invention, like, and they're like, how to use it in good ways, you know? They're like, become masterful of like ways of being and ways of living that are human, authentic ways of interaction and connection that will always be here as long as we exist and are walking around in the world. And it almost seems like there are two new paradigms that are splitting off, that are happening. And it's like how they happen parallel, like at the same time, these two roads kind of going together. And then how they come together, how they separate, like there's going to be this reconnection of these ways of living and being. And they're saying, like, don't be afraid of it. They're like, yeah, you're going to have like really insane and unwell, unhealthy people who are going to play really hard, harmful games with modern technology. They're like, of course, like the human species gets their hands on anything, and there are plenty of bad characters like who play with the risk and do stupid stuff with it. But they're just saying, like, that's not all of it. And to kind of keep your faith towards these like human interactions and ways of living and being. It's just very interesting. Like the month of March just feels very AI focused. And they're just like, it is. They just said, it is, period. It is, exclamation point. Like, this is front and center. They're like, your jobs, your work, if you're looking for work, if you're looking to switch your careers, like all of these things, like companies, if you have your own company, like everyone's trying to figure out how to adopt it or not adopt it. What to keep, what to trash. Like it's a bit of even spring cleaning. Like we're in the cycle of, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in the cycle of spring cleaning. And like, this is just a part of our like cycle, like in our like ancestral like DNA of the seasons changing. We get into this renewal kind of reset button when spring is on the horizon, when spring is coming around. And this round, it's like, how do we make an easier way of life? How do we make an easier way of living using modern technology or not, right? So they're saying there's a lot of overthinking, and that's okay. Like, it's okay. It's normal to be overwhelmed with everything going on. And then this big AI bubble in our faces or on our minds. They're referencing the Jetsons and Rosie, the robot, in the Jetsons. And it's like, in our homes, in our families, like, how are we inviting the robot into our lives, right? And how did Rosie serve the Jetsons? Like, this has been something that's been coming and that's been in our minds through innovation and invention for decades, modern technology. So this is not a new idea. It's just a new type of modern technology, right? It can be dropped and programmed into something that's physical and material, like a robot through engineering. But they're saying this is a non-physical robot, right? So what does that even mean? So we're really grappling with these ideas of modern technology, but there is something about us almost being forced into it through the marketing and the bombardment on our screens of, like, in all your emails and all the ads, AI for this this AI company, that, and you're just like, shut up. It's like causing us to really shut down. But there's a marketing and almost like a manipulation of AI being in your face all the time, forcing it in our faces. And that's just something to be like careful of and cautious of the fact that it's just in your face all the time. So it could just be, we could just kind of shut down and be really turned off by it. And they're like, that's great. And then maybe you come back to it and you reconsider, do you want to use it? Do you not want to use it? How do you want to use it? Stuff like that. But they're saying, like, this is here to stay. It's going to be like a Rosie in our homes, and there's something about, like, Rosie was helpful in the home. She became a part of the family. So they're also saying, like, find the things about it to embrace, because it's not going to serve us in the long term to, like, strong arm it and, like, fight it. Like, it's going to be everywhere, just like the fucking internet is everywhere. Like, this is normal. This is our everyday. And, if you weren't born before some of that, like, you don't know the difference of not having it. Like, what was the world without it? And the generations that have experienced pre-internet, pre-social media, pre-all of this, may be grappling more than the more recent generations. There's like a little bit more fear and tension. But then they're also like, they're the bad apples and the bad seeds who make this stuff scary, who make this stuff go wrong. Geez, this is a huge theme in March. It's interesting because I have a friend who works at Google, and he told me that we're about to be hit with a tsunami of AI. So I guess this tracks. They're saying it's very impactful. And March is a very big like kickoff month of it, like on purpose. Like there's a reason why this is happening in March. How do we navigate this energy? How do we navigate this energy? They're saying just find what to embrace and what not to embrace. And just keep reminding yourself that this is a choice at this point, right? At this point, Rosie's not baked into our Jetson family. Rosie's not baked into our everyday life. At this point, this is a choice. You engage with it, you don't engage with it. You use it, you don't use it. And who cares, right? But there's something about the tension in the air around it. It's like heating up. And the tension in you needs to stop because you need to remember that you have a choice in the matter. Right now, are you craving, like it's like a check-in, like almost every day. Are you craving more human, authentic interaction? Then like drop your screens, put things down. Don't use it to fine tune your work or whatever. There's something about like, it's not a cheat. It's not a cheater. Like using AI is not cheating. It is becoming a way of life in this new paradigm that we've created. So there's something about some of us maybe feeling like at fault or embarrassed or ashamed to use it. And they're just like, I don't know, they're just like free flow, like just play with it, use it, have a good time with it, see how it fits into your life. Like a game or something. It's very complicated. They're just throwing like a lot of things about like all the ways, like our emotional and mental like experiences of it, like the thoughts that we're having around it, like all the different types of thoughts that we're having around it. It's just overwhelming. And so they're like, how to navigate this in March, if you feel bombarded by it, if you feel tension when you hear about it, when you think about it in your personal life, in your business, etc. Just keep reminding yourself that it's a choice. It's a tool, just like anything else. What's the energy of the first week of March? Upgrade your life. Upgrade your system. Update your systems. It's reset, renew. Like we do feel that spring cleaning energy on the horizon in the next few weeks. So that being said, we're feeling into that cycle of renewal and regeneration. So take advantage of it. Like clearing house, cleaning house, sorting through things, donating things, giving things away, gifting things. Renewal energy. And I'm getting, because we've had such a huge detox and such a huge purge of old parts of us, old ways of being, of past, like we've shed the skin of our snake, and we have this new skin. We're even more emotionally and mentally ready and prepared to let go of things. So it's a great opportunity to take the time to go through your home personally and look around your spaces and make sure, like, does this reflect who I am now? Because what I'm getting is you're going to do it eventually anyway. Like if there are things in your home, there's like something that holds the energy of a past part of you that is so dead, or that you have like icky feelings about from your past experiences, like you want to get rid of those. Like this is like as you become a new person, as you become this new version of you, you want your home to also reflect who you're becoming. And it could be that it's not totally clear, but I am getting we're going to have a higher mental and emotional sensitivity to certain objects, pictures, artwork, furniture, clothing, just things in your face that remind you of what once was in a way that bothers you. And so if you are looking at something that bothers you, get rid of it, donate it, gift it, trash it, whatever your order is of that. But it's a wonderful purge. And it's going to feel like such a relief and such a weight lifted off your shoulders. And it's going to help inform and allow you on a day-to-day basis to like live into and breathe into this new version of you, this person that you're becoming, this next level, next chapter version of who you're becoming. I'm just getting a new version of you. And it's like version 2. Like it's like the updated, I can't speak. We're updating our systems. Okay. So week 1 is like the update, the upgrade, like maybe the beginning of feeling the need to purge and renew and reset and clear things up. So it starts. Tell us about week 2. What is the energy of week 2? March. The purging and the dumping and the getting rid of. And maybe we might feel an emptiness or a hole in ourselves. Maybe like a little bit, I'm like getting this physical feeling like my heart, maybe around my solar plexus, like I'm feeling like, when you get rid of something, you empty, and then there's like a cavity there. There's like an opening there. So I might feel a little bit of an emptiness or a little bit of a hole there because now you have room to fill with something new. So we might feel that. We might feel a little bit emotional. I think we're going to feel the relief. I think we're going to feel the purge, and that's going to feel good. It's going to feel lighter. But there also could be, there could be a bit of an emotional component of letting things go in the second week. But it's a good one. But it might be just like a little bit uncomfortable. Anything else for week 2? They're like a gap, a hole. But it's the capacity that you now have to fill with something new that's more aligned with your alignment, like who you're becoming, but also the new paradigm. They're like the 2 new paradigms. The human authentic connection, the human authentic interaction part, and then this modern technology part. Very interesting. We're streamlining our lives. We're streamlining. I'm getting something about junk. Like we don't want junk in our minds. We don't want junk in our homes. This feeling of junk just really becomes bothersome. And we may have had an old capacity around like sentimental, emotional feelings around things that made us hold on to things. This is the part of us that like grasps onto like tradition, right? Nostalgia, what was, how things were. And like as time passes, some things that felt like warm nostalgia can shift and feel like icky, sticky, yucky nostalgia. Some things stay feeling warm, content, joyful, happy when you look back on the past. Some things will continue that. And that's kind of within your core, like in your core values, like your soul kind of blueprint, who you are. But there are some things that over time you once loved, had to let go or whatever, it reminds you of a time, triggers some feelings, maybe not the greatest, but you hold on to it. And maybe now you look at it and you're like, ooh, like that actually doesn't feel so good to keep anymore. Like I'm going to get rid of that, or I'm going to stop doing that. there's like a big movement forward, moving things out, moving things forward. What's the energy of week 3? What is the energy of week 3? The sighing of relief. Something feels much better in the 3rd week. Well, that is spring. 3rd week is spring. Ready. We're ready for it. We're like overdue, ready for spring. We're ready for renewal. We want to see the greenery. We want to see the green sprouts. We want to see the things start to grow. The inspiration comes back. Color. Technicolor, blooming. All the things that happen in nature really inspire us. I'm getting like this winter really kicked our asses. It really like beat us to the ground in darkness. And the natural cycle, the natural world helps us remember who we are. It reminds us of what really matters. And it is like our greatest inspiration. So it's like we look around and we see all the flowers blooming in the spring, all the color, all the life, all the animals, baby animals. Like there's just so much richness, the renewal that happens on the planet, on Earth, reminds us of the renewal that's happening inside of us. This spring renewal is like deeply meaningful and cherished. Joy, life, celebration. Connection, communication, being outside, seeing the world, landscape, stretching our eyes. I'm getting like just breathe. Like it's almost like I'm taking a deep breath in and I smell mint. It's like you take a deep breath in and like all that mint goes like all the way up into your brain and all the way into your lungs and like all the way into your system. Like it wakes up, it enlivens us, it wakes us up everywhere. Like the outside wakes us up inside. So like it's like smelling mint. The 3rd week feels like spring renewal on blast. What's the energy of the 4th week? I'm just getting keep it going momentum. Like we're feeling good and we're wanting to keep the momentum of our foundations. I'm like seeing like we're looking down at blueprints and we're nodding our heads yes. We're back on the sidewalk. But we're feeling good on the sidewalk. Like it feels good to be on the side. We're happy to be on the side. There's something about safety on the sidewalk and wanting that to be like our place for a while. There's a symbolism of like being enclosed in a car on a road driving versus being a person walking on the sidewalk outside with the elements of the air. Like, yes, there's something about you're vulnerable, but you're safe and you're engaged with the environment, the climate, the weather. It keeps us alive. Getting outside, being outside, not being enclosed. I just see a lot of like getting outside, being outside. And that being such a deeply healing balm. That's just what I'm seeing. It's almost just like when we're outside, it's just like, oh my God, like I needed this. I needed this so much. And they're like, it's like mother love. It's like mother love, but it's like Mother Earth love. It's like the hugs that we've needed. the support that we've needed, the sun on our faces, the fresh air, the smell of flowers, the birds singing, catching glimpses of animals, our pets, but also like in the wild and stuff. Like it feels like mother love, like Gaia feels like it's mother love from the earth. And it's something that we need very deeply. Anything else? Week 4. Yeah, they're just like spring balm. BALM. Spring balm. Cool. What's the most important message we need to know about March? What's the most important message we need to know about March? The scales of justice. I'm seeing the scales of justice. I'm seeing the figure holding the scales. Human authentic interaction. Human authentic nature renewal interaction. Innovation, invention, modern technology. And I'm seeing us weighing. We're weighing the outcome. We're weighing the favorability. And I'm just feeling like natural cycle, modern technology, and the weight, it's heavy. Modern technology, something about it's very heavy. There's mental health impacts, negative impacts, where some of us are very aware and many are unaware. I'm just seeing the weight. I mean, you see, like, even in it drops off the screen. Like, it's very heavy. The mental health effects of modern technology versus, like, get outside, fresh air, sun on your face, see the landscapes, travel, be among your people, be among people, chat, get together, connect. It's like we're weighing the scale, but they're like making it really obvious that this is much lighter. This is much lighter. Nature, getting outside, human, authentic connection, nature, authentic interaction. Okay. It's like justice, like the scales of justice. And then just the reminder that it's a choice. It's a choice. Okay. So that was the Akashic Records collective reading for the month of March. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how that's landing for you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.